Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutations to the elect 144 first fruit. And I just want to get into some quick, I guess you could say, history or a timeline going into certain Persian kings, because you kind of gotta study about the Persian kings because they were, the spirit of the Lord stirred their spirit up in certain instances that were a pivotal part of Israel's rehabilitation, you can say, from the destruction that Nebuchadnezzar brought from the Babylonian rule. All right. This is I'll start at 2 Chronicles 36 and 22. Now in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, and King Cyrus was one of the first he was the first Persian king, all right? And that was during the time he started his reign in 559 BC, all right? So now in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, the word of the Lord spoken by the mouth of Jeremiah might be accomplished. The Lord stirred up the spirit of Cyrus, king of Persia, that he made a proclamation throughout all his kingdom, and put it also in writing, saying, I'm going to stop right there because I'm going to go further into it. I'm just going to jump to the book of Ezra. So pretty much the Lord put the spirit on King Cyrus to make a proclamation or a decree, or you could say, or a written documentation stating, matter of fact, I finished that, Salat. Thus said Cyrus, king of Persia, all the kingdoms of the earth hath the Lord of power of heaven given me, and he hath charged me to build him an house in Jerusalem, which is in Judah, who is there among you of all his people. And that again shows you that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has full control over everything. Cyrus was not an Israelite, okay, but he was still saying Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, or Yahweh power has put the spirit on me to do this for Jerusalem. All right, that shows you that Yahweh has full control over everything. Okay. Yahweh, his power be with him, and let him go up. So now when you go to Ezra's 1 and 1, it also speaks again about King Cyrus, which again he ruled. A little synopsis, a quick background on him. He was the first to set to let the children of Israel rebuild the temple in Jerusalem, which Nebuchadnezzar tore down. And you can go back in that and read in that in 2 Chronicles, the 36th chapter. Okay, he ruled from 559 BC to about 530 BC. Now the next king of rulership, you flip over, I think, to the 4th chapter. You can go to the 6th verse, Ezra's 4 and 6. It says, in the reign of Ahasuerus, at the beginning of his reign, wrote they unto him an accusation against the inhabitants of Judah and Jerusalem. Why? Because Zerubbabel, if I'm not mistaken, Zerubbabel and Joshua, when the heathens came up to him and said, we want to build with you, they're like, our power has nothing to do with you. So they got mad, they got butthurt, and they wrote some accusations against Jerusalem to get them to stop building the temple. So Ahasuerus, or Cambyses II, was after King Cyrus, which in fact he was the son of King Cyrus, and he ruled from 530 BC to 522 BC. And then later in the next verse, you got Artaxerxes. There's multiple Artaxerxes. They go, or you can call them Xerxes. Okay, it's just a title, just like a Darius, like a king, a Caesar, a president. It's just a title. Okay, he ruled, and it kind of jumps out of place if I'm not mistaken. But Artaxerxes the first, you can say he ruled from 486 BC to 465 BC. And I'm just going to go ahead and jump down to King Darius. This was King Darius the Great, so the first King Darius. He ruled from 522 to 486. So Xerxes the first was after King Darius the Great. Okay, so it went Cyrus, Cambyses II or Ahasuerus, according to the scriptures. Then Darius, then Xerxes the First. You can read about another Xerxes in the book of Esther as well. Okay. Same thing. You can go to First Esdras, the 7th chapter, the 5th verse, and it reads, "And thus was the holy house finished, and the whole temple of in Jerusalem was finished, and thus was the holy house finished in the 23rd day of the month of Adar, if I'm not mistaken, which is I think the 6th month, and the 6th year of Darius, king of the Persians." So that would be the 6th month on the 23rd day in 516 BC. So the temple was finished in 516 BC on the sixth month of the 23rd day of the 6th month. So just getting a little some timeline history. You shouldn't get in dip and dabble into the different type of rulerships, especially the Persian rulership, because that's when we rebuilt the temple. So just something quick. Want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Give double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutations to the elect 144 first fruit. Keep pushing, keep fighting. We're at the end. Shalom.